In this next section, I want to talk about Table 1.14. This has to do with the protocols that exist at various layers. Now, these are just a few examples. There are hundreds of protocols in the TCP/IP protocol suite. However, these are a few of the most important and most prominent ones that you're likely to see. At the application layer, you find protocols like HTTP, SMTP, IMAP, DHCP, DNS, FTP. I want you to notice one thing about this. Notice it's called the application layer, but these are not applications like Microsoft Word or Thunderbird email. These are the protocols used by applications. In other words, HTTP has been built into browsers. SMTP and IMAP have been built into email software. So these are the high-level protocols used by software packages or by applications in order to communicate. So don't think of the word application as some end user program. When we say application, we're talking about the protocols used by various applications in order to network. At the transport layer, two big ones come out, TCP and UDP. We will talk at great length later on about TCP and UDP. By the way, we'll talk about all these as the course goes on. At the network layer, IP is not the only one, but it's really the prominent one. There are some others, such as ICMP and so forth, that we will talk about, but IP is really the biggie. And then at the data link layer, Ethernet, frame relay, ATM. Ethernet is the one that we commonly use from day to day. These are older ones. Frame relay is still around quite a bit. And then down here at the physical layer, things like AM or amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, fiber, in other words, fiber optic, SONET, CDMA, some protocols like that. And we will talk about these at some length in the class as well. One thing I do want you to notice, though, is that IP stands alone here. Now, as I said, it's not the only protocol here, but there are a whole lot more protocols at the top and at the bottom than there are in the center. So there's this sort of hourglass shape. And this is one of the reasons why we call this the TCP/IP protocol suite, because TCP and IP are very, very prominent in the center of this thing. And virtually everything, not everything, but nearly everything goes through IP, gets some sort of IP address. And that's why it's sort of central here. And we sometimes call this the skinny middle or something of that nature for this hourglass shape.